Hi everyone, and welcome back for another episode in my first-person shooter series. In this episode we're going to be adding the iron sights, or aiming down sights, whatever you prefer. The way we're going to do this in this game though is we're going to have that with the alternate fire with the right mouse button. And this button will be used for other things as well, not just zooming in with the scope, but depending on what gun you're using, it will do different things. So we're going to make this an alternate fire use, and we'll have it the iron sight on this assault rifle we have here. So first of all, open up the gun parent, and what we're going to do here is we're going to add a custom event, and we'll call it start alternate fire. Notice how we're going to basically do exactly the same as we've done with our normal shooting. So we need to do another one for stop, so do custom event stop alternate fire, and these will feed into a couple new booleans. So the new boolean will be is alternate fire, and we can choose set. Let's change it to alternate firing. Okay, tick that, copy, paste, and put that in with stop as well. Turn it off. Okay, so compile that. The next step is you want to add the actual camera for the scope onto the gun. So the camera will be where the scope is on the gun. This could be added to the gun parent, or could be added to the child class if you want, but we'll just add it here anyway. I've already added mine. Now the reason why I haven't taken it off to show you me adding it onto it is because it takes a while to do, because you have to kind of guess to line it up as best you can. Okay, so add it onto it, and I recommend scaling it down so you can easily see it as a small little camera. And you want to move it, test it, move it, test it until you get the gun lined up into the center of the screen. Okay, you may also notice that I've changed my reference point to an arrow instead. Okay, so you may want to do the same too. Okay, now we've got that working. We now need to go on to our automatic rifle. So similar to what we've done with the start shooting, we're going to do underneath here start alternate fire event, and we're going to call the parent for this one. So add call to parent and hook it up. We also want to do the stop alternate firing event, and again another call to the parent there. So with that done, the way it's going to work is we are going to blend the camera view from the player to the gun sight you see here, and that's handled with the player controller. So get the player controller, and then from there set view target with blend, and this function basically blends between two camera targets over time. So the target will be the controller, the new view target will be this object we're looking at right now. So off there and type in self. The blend time, I'm going to type in is 0.2, and that simply is how long it takes to switch between one camera and the next. Now you want to copy and paste this down below, but this one, rather than going to self with the stop, we need to tell it to go back to the player character. So you want to get parent actor, and then plug that into the new view target. Click compile. Okay, now to get this to test it to work, we're going to go to edit, project settings, and we're going to add that input for alternate fire. So go to input on the left hand side, and on action mappings choose the add symbol and type in alternate fire, and there you want to choose the right mouse button. Close this, and then you want to open up your player character blueprint. So in here we can now access that event we just made, so alternate fire. And what we're going to do here is basically exactly the same what we've done to the firing one. But this time, instead of going start and stop shooting, you do it with the alternate fire instead. So let me just copy that over there. And then from the as gone parent, I'm going to do start, alternate fire, stop, alternate fire, and hook the stop alternate fire to the released key. Okay. Now, with that done, we should be able to test that game out. So there I can shoot, hold down right click, the camera switches to the gun. Now, if I were to test this now, I can look down the sights, but I can't look up and down. Okay, that's because now we're looking through a camera that isn't attached to the rotation of the arms. Okay, so we need to separate the gun camera and tell it to rotate to whatever the arm control is doing. Sounds long-winded, but here we go. So in the gun fully automatic, we're going to do a tick event. Sorry about that, I had a crash. Yeah, so what we're doing here, we're going to fix that movement. Okay, so from here on the event tick, we're going to get the is alternate firing. That'll go to a branch, because we don't want it to tick all the time if we're not firing at alternate fire anyway. So with alternate firing, if it's true, what we're going to do is going to get the player controller, a character, sorry, and cast that. And we want to get access to the camera, because we want our gun sight to follow the camera. So if we get the camera, get first person camera, and we want to set the world rotation of that camera to the controller input. Okay, so right click, get player control, and then from there get control rotation, and I'll get the rotation coming from the player controller, and we're going to set the new first person camera to this new rotation. Now, the reason why I have to do that, and it works because this whole gun is a child of the first person camera, so if we move this whole thing will move too. And if I click play and hold down right click, I can now aim down the sights. Now notice how it doesn't line up perfectly. That's just the way, because of the way direction looks and the illusion of it actually is. So we're going to fix that now so it lines up more accurately when it's aiming down the sights. So I'm going to go to the gun parent and go to fire bullet function, and I'm going to make some space here by bringing this first section out. And the first thing I'm going to do is check whether or not is alternate firing true or false. So drag is alternate firing out into a branch. That goes to true. And what we're going to do is, rather than get the first person camera's rotation and put it into the projectile, we're going to first of all check the direction, check whether we're zoomed or not. If we are zoomed, then we're going to use the arrow instead of the first person camera. This is why I changed it to arrow, it makes it a bit easier to see. So let's delete what we got there and drag arrow out. And arrow, we'll want to get the world rotation, and you want to set a local variable. So promote to local variable, and this is going to be called direction. And now we'll hook up to true. For false, however, we want as first person camera, as first person character, get the first person camera and do exactly the same. So get world rotation, set direction, and these will then both hook up to the projectile spawning. And for the transform rotation, we just drag that local variable down below here into there. Click compile, close, and if I go back into the game, it looks normal there, and if I were to zoom in, it looks now more straight. And that'll do it for now. That's a simple iron sights, and there's loads more things you could do to it, but we won't focus on those just yet anyway. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something and realised how to do something like this. And if you like this video, please subscribe and like it, and hit a little bell for notifications of my channel's uploads. And if you'd like to support me, you can do it over on patreon.com/RyanLaley. In any case, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hi everyone, if you do like these videos and you have liked what I've done in the past and want to see what else I can do, all your support is greatly appreciated on YouTube. However, I do have a Patreon set up as well where you can support me even further. Money donated by yourselves will help me make better videos and better content, and more frequently hopefully. Plus it will help me develop my own projects. Currently I'm in a project at the moment, and I'll hopefully be able to share that with you soon. If you do choose to donate and subscribe to us on Patreon, you do get access to videos 2 weeks ahead of time, plus there are many other rewards available to you too. So head on over to www.patreon.com/RyanLaley, and thank you for all your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.